Hello Munchkins, Sheena here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I felt like filming like a casual style kind of video. I was actually about to make some chicken. I'm making like some coconut chicken dish. So I figured I'll film that and bring you guys along on the journey with me. So I'm going to be having that with some rice, and I'm also going to throw in some broccoli because I had some. I'm trying to utilize like the vegetables I currently have. So we'll be having like the chicken and rice dish with broccoli. Yeah, so I hope you guys will enjoy this kind of casual style cooking video. So let's get cooking. So I'm making some brown rice, which is what I'm going to start with because brown rice takes like a very long time to cook. I'm also going to be using like some cardamom seeds, beef cube, and I'll be using like coconut oil. So for the brown rice, usually I like to like get it washed as well. So if you have time, you can always just soak your rice for like about 20 minutes or so, or you can just cook it directly. I'm just going to cook this directly once I've rinsed it like about 2 times. So for the cardamom seeds, I've just like popped them open. I've just used like the knife and just bashed them. This just makes the rice like more aromatic because you can see like the seeds once they're opened up. So we're just going to melt some coconut oil. Throw in our cardamom seeds. So our rice is nicely drained. I drained the rice and you can see it's nice and dry. So I want to saute this now in the coconut oil with the cardamom. Now if you haven't made like brown rice before, it usually takes like a very long time to cook, and it can always like benefit like from some flavor. So I'm just going to add like a beef cube. You can always just dissolve this like in water or just like crumble it in. And then give everything a good stir before now adding your water. So we're just going to let this come to a boil. I'm also going to add like a little bit of some salt. Stir everything in together, and then I'm going to give this a taste once it comes to a boil. Then I'll cover and simmer. So if you're happy with the taste of the water, then you can cover it, because usually what the water tastes at this stage is kind of like a good indication of what your rice is going to taste like. So this chicken dish is actually inspired by like the Philippines. It's actually called Chicken Adobo, but I'm just borrowing from that and just giving it like my own twist. So I'm using like a whole bunch of garlic and bay leaves. Usually like their recipe calls for bay leaf and garlic most times, and chili depending. So the rest I'm going to be adding because I had like some rosemary, I'm going to add that as well. And I have like some peppercorns, I'm going to add that as well. And then usually they don't use like veggies, but I had some, so I'm going to utilize them because like my mushrooms, they're about to go bad. So I figured I'll just throw this in the chicken because I want to make it like a one-pot dish, as well as a capsicum. And then this is usually what they use, which is soy sauce and some sort of like vinegar. So I'm using apple cider vinegar, and I'm also going to be throwing in some coconut milk, and I will be using coconut oil for my cooking, but you can always use like whatever other oil you have, like sunflower oil or whatever other oil you prefer. So my chicken is already chopped up, so all I'm going to do is just pat this dry, and then I'm going to season it generously with like some black pepper and some salt. So we're just going to brown our chicken like briefly, and then in the meantime, as that is browning, we're going to go ahead and just bash our garlic to remove the skin, as well as chop the mushrooms. I'm going to cut them into quarters, and then also slice up the capsicum that I'm using, then just dump everything together into the cooking pot together with the chicken. So in your sufria, go ahead and melt like a tablespoon of coconut oil, but you can use whatever oil you have, and then swirl the oil around. Then I'll go ahead and add your chicken. So for the broccoli, I'm going to saute it in some garlic, as if I don't have enough garlic in my sauce. Anyway, so I had like some leftover broccoli in the fridge. I feel like it's definitely seen better days, but we're going to make use of it. I'm going to be adding some sesame seeds and some peanuts. I'm using olive oil, and also this is actually just like leftover seasoning from noodles. So sometimes if I don't use like the whole seasoning, I usually save it and then I'll sprinkle it like into veggies, but you can just use salt or soy sauce if you don't have this. So for the garlic, I don't want it to turn, so I'm going to add my broccoli. Also, my broccoli was already pre-cooked. Like I've said, it was left over. So once I add like the splash of water, usually I just cover and steam for like another 2 minutes or so, and then it's pretty much done. And it's like packs so much flavor because of adding like the peanuts and the hint of chili in there, and the garlic, and of course like the chili from the noodle pack that I was using. But if you don't have that, like I said, you can just use salt, soy sauce, add some chili as well, just make it work for you. So our rice is finally done, and it looks nice and fluffy. So with brown rice, don't be alarmed, the grain always like curls up, but as you can see, the rice itself is nice and fluffy. It's not like stuck at the bottom. So I'm just fluffing it up, and voila. So for the rice, by the way, I cooked it for 45 minutes, and usually brown rice has like a nice pop to it. Like I can't stop eating this, it just tastes So delicious. Yum. So I'll be the first to say, between brown rice and white rice, I definitely prefer white rice. Like, I'm a huge rice fan, but with brown rice, like the first time I ever had it, like I didn't like it, but then once I started experimenting with it, like I've actually come to love it, because once you adapt to like putting different flavors in it and like enhancing the flavor, it tastes really good. But sometimes I feel like if you have it like plain, it doesn't taste as great, and most times people tend to like undercook their rice, for the brown rice that is. In fact, even some packets like in the supermarket, when you look at the cooking times, they've still put like about 20 minutes, which for me, I find like my rice does not cook in 20 minutes if it's brown rice. It always takes longer. So sometimes maybe don't follow the packet to a T, kind of just experiment for yourself and see. So for me, it takes like about 40 minutes, 45 minutes for the rice to cook to like the texture that I like it. But then also, as you've seen, I'm also using like the stove top. So maybe if you're using like the instant pot, maybe it's only a different result. I don't know, I haven't tried it with an instant pot. So but with the stove top, with the stove pot, it definitely normally takes more than 20 minutes for sure. So our chicken is done, and I've given this a taste already. Oh, it tastes so delicious, and the sauce is like nice and silky, though it's a bit on the lighter side, as you can see. So I could add cornstarch to this to like thicken it, but I'm not really going to bother to, because I really like the taste of this. Guys, this sauce, oh my god, it is so delicious. Like oh my goodness. The vinegar in this really kicks like a punch. Like, it's really nicely balanced with the soy sauce. It tastes so delicious. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like when you add lemon to like a dish when you're finishing it, like when it's like creamy, that tanginess that you get, that's what this tastes like. Like, it tastes really, really good. Usually, like in the Philippine recipes, like I saw some of them like add sugar to like give it like this rich color and taste as well, but then I didn't feel like adding sugar. Yeah. So we're just going to leave it as it is, and you can also taste the coconut in this. It tastes so divine. Like, it's so delicious. Oh my goodness, I can't get enough of it. It tastes so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this casual feel cooking video. Like, I really had a good time hanging out with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the recipe as well. I'll do my best to like list down everything that I used down in the description box below. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.